Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Good evening. Come on in. Good evening. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm going to wait just for a little bit. I hope that you guys have doing the best that you can do. I know it's a little heavy. It's a lot of warfare going on. Spiritual warfare is what I'm referring to. Some people have a lot of physical things going on, financial things going on. Listen, we all got something that is going on. Come on in. I won't be before you long. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Good week, long week, work week, then working on some things. And really also outside of work, because you got to make sure, y'all, you got to make sure that you're spending time with him, right? With the Lord. For those that know the importance of that, listen, he's the only one that can give you guidance. He's the only one that can give you instructions. He's the only one that can help you navigate through the things that you may be going through. He is the only one that can give you the peace that you need. He's the only one that can give you the healing that you need. All the answers, all the clarity, everything. He is the only one. So you have to know how to balance. You have to. Some, and this is not even the topic, but some of you may be on the phone too much. On the phone too much. There is a significance with staying out the way, with just being in isolation. You found out a lot, even not just about what God is wanting you to do and the instructions and what's going to really happen, even working on you. And sometimes people try to be so busy because they don't want to focus on them so that they can grow. Growth is important. You know, all of the accolades and the things, a lot of things that we may do and achievements that we may achieve and all of those other things, those things are good. But I can tell you, they mean nothing if your character is bad. They mean nothing if you're messy. They mean nothing if you lack sense of identity. They mean nothing when you don't know how to love. They mean nothing when you don't even love yourself. They mean nothing if you want them for a sense of belonging. It's time for us to really seek him first, above all things. He already tells us that as long as we seek and we follow him, all kingdom things are ours anyway. Sometimes I wonder, do we remember? Because oftentimes when trials and storms and different things may come, what he has said, sometimes we have to remember, we have to recall those things a lot of times. A lot of times. So I want to encourage you. It's not the extrinsic things that's going to matter. Intrinsically, we have to get some things together. Okay? The all the high fives and the hoorays and all those other things that sometimes people pay more attention to than the love they have against or for their brother or sister. I was and I often say this a lot, and it really disturbs my spirit so bad, of how the world runs to drama, loves mess, gets to kick some people out of seeing other ones um ostracized, talked about in the light. We better be glad, some of us, that God has not pulled the covers off of some of the things that we have done, or maybe still continuing to do, that is wrong, right? We have to stop loving to run to drama and love mess, love laughing and seeing other people that are down. We better be careful about that. I didn't come to talk to you about that on this evening. Good evening for those of you that are coming on. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. I'm Coach P, Coach L, Dr. Perkins, Dr. P. I wear a lot of, not only do I wear a lot of hats, I have a lot of different names that people know me by. But at the end of the day, I am an individual. I love to help people move in their purpose. I love to guide people on the journey of healing, because that is definitely a process. I um I love to see people win. I love to see people whole. It's just certain things that are part of my characteristics. I don't strive to be the one that knows it all. I just know what God has put in me to do based on my assignment and my purpose and my giftings. You know, I know I'm set apart, you know, and that often comes with a lot of trials and obstacles and a lot of rejections and different stuff when it comes to people. But I'm not trying to be liked by people. I want God's people to see that they are truly genuine people that love, that don't judge, that has erred, has done a lot of things that were not right, but by the grace of God and the blood of Jesus, He's kept me in my right mind, kept me with good health. I mean, literally. But I want to talk about time waits for no one. Okay. It waits for no one. If you look at the things that's going on in this world right now, if you look at in your community, things that are going on, people are dying left and right. People are, and you know, we use this term, especially when we have a tragic life, the people, it's unexpectedly. Yeah, it's unexpectedly to us, but God knows, because He knows when we get life, when life will come, and when it's time for our expiration day. Bible tells time waits for no one. Life is but for a vapor. And we think sometimes that we have so much time. Y'all, I've wasted so much time in my past on things that don't even matter now. That when I go back and I look at the years and the hours and the time spent in some of this stuff didn't get me anywhere. It got me going in circles. It brought me heartache. It brought pain. Those decisions that I chose. Because I'm not going to blame the decisions on no one else. And that's our problem sometimes. We blame, no, we got to be responsible, accountable. I talked about that last week. But time waits for no one. What are you doing with your time? I feel sorry for some of the kids today because the models that are coming up, some of the models that they have, they're not models. They're not. And although we understand that, you know, it's the thing that people give and they send the school or whatever the best that they can, we have to stop saying that. There has to come a point in a time where we grow up and we take ownership and we try to do better. We got to stop saying, well, when I was growing up, this is what happened. And you 50, 60 years old, you 30, 40 years old, but you have these children that you're modeling inappropriate things to. You're modeling, you're saying inappropriate things and ways. And we all have done it, but we got to grow up and change the trajectory because time waits. What are you leaving behind? I ain't just talking about anything that's tangible per se. How are you modeling and you leading for your children and your nieces and your cousins or whomever may be watching you? People could care less sometimes about what we say. What we say is important, but do your actions line up to what you're saying out of your mouth? If you tell me you love me, is your actions lining up to that? If you say I'm your sister or you my bro, are your actions lining up to that? And what I realize that we have in this world, there's a lot of selfish people. It's all about sometimes what people can get and not what they can give. As long as they're getting, and it's okay. There comes a point in time where you have to step back. I had to step back and look at and analyze some things. I had to step back and realize in situations or relationships or friendships, whatever the case may be, okay, when God has you in a place and has you seeing and bringing stuff so that you can observe and then it's for a reason. That's even when it comes to time. Some of us think that we have years and years and years. And quite frankly, we don't even know. We don't know when the last day will be ours. And we don't know when the coming of the Lord is. If you notice, if you read the Bible or know or remember some things when you was growing up or stuff that was said, you will see we are in our last days. Things are happening and it's happening rapidly. There's a reason why that folks are not living years and years and 700-800 years like they did back in the day, because God trying to do us a favor. What he saw with the elongated life of people was there was in so much sin and it hardened his heart. So how mindful of you to think about us to lessen the days and the years so that we can try to get it right while we're here, so that we can have everlasting life. But some people, they don't believe that time is something that we cannot control. What are you doing with your time? Why are you being so hateful? Why are you being so disobedient? Why is it that you keep going through the same circles, doing the same thing, getting the same results? Why is it that you think because you're doing all this over here or you got all this going on that is going to get you eternity with the Lord? It's time for us to analyze something. Sometimes I be seeing so many things and how hateful people are to one another that say they are part of the kingdom. It's sad. The only thing that you can do is pray and make sure that You have yourself right there. The only thing, I don't care how much it hardens my heart to see some of the things that are going on, I got to make sure that my stuff is in order. Lord knows I do. My time is not always on social media. That's why oftentimes I have to set and schedule posts to go out and different things, because social media, listen, I don't know before Facebook. I never had a MySpace or all those other things was. I wasn't interested in that. And even the platform that I do have, I utilize it. I fast from it. I lessen my time, but some of the stuff that be going on, I don't see how some of you live on social media. You try to live through the lens of somebody else, and you never know what those people are going on and what lies they be telling. We got to do better with time. We don't know if we're going to wake up. We don't know when we walk out the door if we're going to be still there to the next day, tomorrow. We don't know. We have to start making better decisions. We have to start before we are saying or judging or putting our mouth on folk. That's another thing. We gotta stop putting your mouth on people. Because none of us are holier than thou. We gotta pray. If we pray more than how we run in our mouths, we want him to come heal the land, and we can't even do the things that he's charged us to do. Turn from our wicked ways, humble ourselves. Why? Because some people are just don't want to be him. They walk in pride because they're it. Nobody can't tell them nothing. They've been doing this thing for years and they don't want it. No, it's not like that. They in these circles and trying to be over here and there. No. Pride coming before a fall. That's what the word says. We got to turn from our wicked ways. We got to seek his face. We want us to hear our prayers, but we don't want to do what we got to do in the time that we had so that he can come and see about us. Yeah, there are evil people anywhere. All the lesson about, yeah, people wolves in sheep's clothing. Yeah, that too. But he tells us that. But that still shouldn't cause us to be and to do some of the things that some of us do. Utilize the time that you have to seek his face, to be more productive, to find out what your calling is, to know your identity. Stop being and having this imposter syndrome going on. Stop coveting over what other people have and are doing. We don't know. I don't want to walk in nobody else's shoes because baby, mine is enough by itself. I pray we all get to a place where first we begin with ourselves. I pray we all get into a place where we allow God to restore us, to give us the strength that we need. I pray that even the peace of God, when we don't even know what, how, why, and when. I pray that he gives us loyal, sincere people. You don't need a lot. It's not about having a lot. And I don't need a lot of people that's around me that's messy, that's two-faced, that doesn't have a sincere heart, that's in it just to for that's not what it's all about. We got to do better. Some of you been sitting out on your gifts for a lot of reasons, and you getting in your own way. I just encourage you to remember that time waits on no one. And so what are you doing with your time? Life is but for a vapor. My prayer oftentimes is, Lord, I pray that you bless me with long life, because I want to see my children, children, their children. I pray. But I got to do some things, because I don't know when, I don't know where, and I don't know how. But I encourage you, do good with your time. Make the best of your time. Value your time. And in your time, make sure you carving out time with him. Thank you for joining me on Wisdom Wednesday. I pray that you be encouraged and that you continue to be in good health and that your soul prosper. Until next time on Wisdom Wednesday, be encouraged.